Happy Teaching Tuesdays. This one is going to be about the entire contract process from beginning to end. There is a lot of steps in this process, and I go through each of these steps and details in other videos. You can go to Instagram to My Agent Miss Catherine or to Catherine Hayden Realtor on YouTube and Facebook to get the individual videos about each of these steps. Okay, all the terms and conditions have been signed off on by the buyers and the sellers, and now you need to get earnest money to your realtor for their brokerage to hold in a non-interest bearing escrow account. Now, sometimes you submit the earnest money before the contract terms are negotiated, sometimes after. Talk to your realtor. It is in the contract in regards to when that has to be submitted. Okay, now that money is going to go either towards your down payment or your closing costs, and you can get that money back, and I'll discuss that in this video. If, of course, if the deal falls through, you can get it back. Okay, so the first step is the home inspection process. If for some reason it is completely unacceptable and you cannot negotiate a resolution, at this point, you can be released from your contract and get your earnest money back. Okay, the next step is the appraisal. You will order the appraisal through your lender, but the lender has nothing to do with the appraiser directly. You'll get an email from an outsourced company that handles the appraisals, so that way the lender and the appraiser do not have any contact. You'll pay them, and then the appraiser is randomly selected. And then again, when that appraisal comes back, if it's completely unacceptable and you cannot negotiate any terms, then you can be released from the contract and get your earnest money back. There are some other steps like the termite inspection, the septic inspection, the well inspection. Again, if they're in the contract and if any of them are unacceptable and you cannot negotiate anything with the seller, again, you can be released from the contract and get your earnest money back. Now, the title work. Okay, so once you go under contract, you are going to pick a closing attorney. Your lender can recommend closing attorneys. Your realtor can recommend closing attorneys. The choice is yours. You're not going to really have much contact with them until the end of the process, and they will do research, or the abstractor will do research on the title and make sure it's clear and acceptable so that it can be transferred from the seller to the buyer. Now, for some reason, if the title is not clear, your lender will not give you a mortgage on that property, and then the title would have to be cleared by the seller or however it's negotiated, and sometimes that can be very lengthy. So hopefully the title is fine. And then the last thing that could get you out of this contract is if your loan doesn't go through for some reason. So let's pump the brakes a little bit. Hopefully everything will go through. If you're pre-approved, you've already been semi-checked out, and they have a good feeling about you getting the loan, but things do pop up. So be completely and totally honest with your lenders from the beginning, so there is no big surprises and you're not paying for appraisals and home inspections, because they are going to look at you with a microscope. So if you have anything that you think that would stop you from getting a loan, just don't even go into the process until it's resolved. But again, if something comes up that you didn't know about and it can't be resolved and your lender can't work around it, they cannot give you the loan. You will get your earnest money back and be able to get out of the contract if you're completely denied to no fault of your own. So there's a lot of steps in the process. Again, I go through all these steps and details in other videos. Remember, no questions too small. Just give me a call and, just hang in there. It's lengthy. There's a lot of steps. Don't get frustrated, because at the very end, you're going to own your own home. All right, this is Catherine Hayden, Realtor at Century 21, Eric Enterprises, Inc. in Picayune, Mississippi. And I hope you have a great day.